Hey YouTube, hey Facebook. I'm moving a mighty slow this morning. Y'all come on for the walk now. Come on for the walk. Get your weights. Get your chairs. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yes, indeed, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. When I hear myself sing, I think of my cousin, little Vicky. We were all in my grandmother's church's choir. So every now and again when I sing something, I feel like I hear my cousin's voices. I know how Annette sung, she was the alto, Joni was a bit of an alto, I was soprano, Minnie was soprano, Aunt Anime was an alto. My grandmother was a screecher. She used to be a soprano at one time, but I think as you get older, I was a part of this group in, it was the Westchester Greenwich group, Westchester, Connecticut, choral thing. And, hey, let me say Grand Rising to Jones, my Joneses, Mary, Diane. That's what I do my hands. Me and Diane, we do our hands. Ooh, let me take this light down some, y'all. Ooh, talk about bright. You don't want to be that bright. Well, I made it darker for YouTube, but hey, what are you gonna do? And Diane and Canada, and to my Normie. Normie says she's with us on our walks. Morning, everyone, morning. And Mary's on vacation. Or getting ready for vacation, have a good time. Yeah, when I hear myself sing, I think about us in the choir, and the kids are so much more advanced. It's just so wonderful that you can take them being in their choirs and singing and different things like that. And we didn't have that because I would love to really know how we did singing in the choir, the church choir, because we composed the church choir. It was my grandmother's grandkids. My grandmother's grandkids. I think there was some other people in there, I can't remember. And I think about times we used to have to practice at the house. That's why my grandmother loved having the piano there. And us just singing around the piano and stuff. We could sing together, but we couldn't get along together. The only thing we could do was sing together. So that's what I think of. I think of my cousin little Vicky when I hear myself sing our opening song. Yeah, we walking, y'all. Did y'all have a good weekend? I hope you did. I had a very interesting weekend. I went down the streets of YouTube, chill. I was in YouTube land. I'm going to change this around for, I don't like looking at that light. I was in the YouTube streets. Yeah. Whew. I was in what they call a beef sector, B-E-E-F. I thought they were saying for years, I thought they were saying B sector, like there was an A sector, a B sector, and a C sector. But this is called the beef sector. I didn't know all these years. I was listening to Blaine and Maddie and... Okay, just going to keep walking because it's going to be like this. Because I move these things around. And when you move around, that's what happens. And y'all remember to like, comment, and subscribe, Facebook. Y'all subscribe on YouTube. Hit that bell. Bing, bing, bing. And when I put the video up on YouTube, you'll know. Yeah, it was very interesting. It's called the BEEF, where they beef with each other. But from what I gathered this weekend, a lot of people came from the Facebook Pettyville and stuff like that. Now, they took me back to memory lane. I remember, I don't like that kind of stuff. Listen, I would cry if you did your mama jokes, your mama's so big, your mama's so that. I felt it was so insulting that I would cry. I didn't find it funny. Your mother's so big, that brought tears to my eyes. Seriously, I didn't like that stuff. I didn't like the going back at each other and calling each other names and stuff like that. Never sat well with my spirit. Didn't like it. But it was all around me. It was all around. Ooh, 5 minutes already. This walk is almost halfway over, y'all. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the button. Okay, I'm going to use the voice that I found from, her name is called Clyde Diva. Clyde, C-L-Y Diva. And she's about a 48 smart, very dark complexion. I think she's so pretty. And they've been in the game for a long time. And Clyde Diva said, when you listen to her, say, hit the like button. When Blaine, who I've been following for like three years, since Maddie and Kaya broke up. Whoever went Team Maddie, y'all know T.S. Madison, I started listening to. And Blaine sided with T.S. Madison. Funky's neighbor sided with T.S. Madison. So whoever sided with T.S. Madison, I started listening to them. But I didn't know that was called the beef, B-E-E-F sector. I thought it was B, like A-B-C. Anyway, Blaine said that Tracy, that I've been telling you about, T-R-E-E-C-E-Y, Tracy T, got her page snatches away from her. And I'm telling you, these folks have been in that YouTube streets for like 12 years. These are old-time street walkers, honey. Whew. So I'm following around. I'm following what Blaine said. Blaine said follow Tracy, so I go follow Tracy. Tracy is so funny. But she just they remind me of the block in East New York. Just with the beefs, for nothing. Just how a flare-up can come out of nothing. You're sitting on the porch having a good time, and next thing you know, everything's turned upside. You hear the stuff, but, as a kid, you don't get involved, and I didn't want to, it hurt my feelings to hear it. So, as Clyde Davis said, hit the like button. I listened to her just to hear her say that. That's all I want to hear her say. No one does. No. You gotta go for this here. No one will hit the like button. She'll have 3,000 views. And no one will hit the like button. For some reason, it makes me laugh. I know she's on there cursing. They cursing each other out and all this and back history and all this stuff. And the reason why I want to apply Diva because her and Tracy are in a beef. Tracy is in a beef. So I wanted to see what That is, and every time, she sits there, looks I think she's very pretty. I love the ebony complexion, the mahogany complexion. These women are really beautiful. They are really gorgeous. They really are. They don't think they are. That's why they catting, fighting with each other, calling each other's names. But to me, each one of them are beautiful, and they all add something to the YouTube streets. So, as Clyde Demon said, hit the like button. So, that's what I was doing all day. I would go, when I get bored, I would go find Clyde Diva and listen to her videos, or if she was live, I sit there with her just because she just tickled me. And then my daughter said, Mommy, you in the little leagues. She said, you have to go to the big leagues. I said, my daughter was like, what? There's different like tiers to the YouTube streets. You know, and I'm in African American YouTube. I'm not in the Europeans or like that. Anyway, I said, what? There's someone worse? There's something worse than what I'm listening to? As Funky Deneva, he's one from the beef sector, but he's up there. As he said, when you, I didn't say, and this is a quote from someone else, I didn't hear him say it on his video. When you go low, I go to hell. So don't mess with him, because you go low, but he go all the way under. Whew. So I said, what? Someone worse? And she said, yes. And she said, you got to go under Nosy Hole. Now, it's spelled like J.K. Rowling's Horcrux. That's the hole. Heaux. Nosy Hole. Or whore. Or Horcrux. From J.K. Rowling's book, Harry Potter. Yada, yada, yada. And, honey, I went to her page, and boy, this was flying. She was windmilling everybody. Whew, that girl was punching. I was sitting there looking at the video, listening to her, clutching my pearls. Whew. Man. But that sister got likes and subscription people over there like you would not believe. She do 5-hour rants, honey. 5-hour rants. Can I really yell and cuss people for 5 hours? Woo, I was exhausted. I had to stop looking at her. I was like, and she was just getting into her stride. I was like, holy cow. And then the cash apps was coming, honey. Let me tell you something. The cash apps was coming. And along the way she said, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. So then I was like, I can't stay over here. This is the big leagues, honey. This is the big leagues. Let me go back over there with the other folks. You know, okay, see, I hang out with the 2,000 to 6,000 likes and subscriptions. And even subscribers, like having 600,000 subscribers is a little, like a big church to me. I find out I like the little churches. And the little churches consist of, viewerships between 2,000 to 4,000 6,000 tops. Subscriptions, 10 subscribers, 10 to 15,000. And I'm comfortable with that. They're like the block. They're like homies from the block. Of cousins. You know what they're doing. And you know what they are doing? To me, because they're like in their 40s and 30s, to me, they're all business women. So I can sit there and listen to them speak and carry on and watch those cash apps come in and watch how they work people. These women are freaking amazing. Amazing. How they keep that conversation and our interests going. And they know each other. They like tag team each other. I think they're like the wrestlers. But I'm with the lower group wrestlers. When I went into that next tier, I think they said that Jason person is on there. And boy, whew. Then we got Unwind with Tasha K, me and my daughter called her Wino. And she went entertainment, so it was good, but there was a time where she was beef. And I think every now and again she get into beef. And she is wicked. Wicked. See, she in the 600,000. I can't get into it. I can't really get into the men in the beef sector because it's different. I don't connect. Oh, hey y'all. Drink some water. Drink some water. Drink some water. Hit the like button, like Clyde Diva said. I had the best time this weekend listening to Clyde Diva. She was dropping tea. Just funny. And I mean, her room be fill up, and not one like. And then you hear Clyde Diva say, hit the like button. Oh, that's the only thing funny about it. There's nothing funny about it. The woman is depressing. Anyway, here we are. I like to say yes. I like to say yes. You can order I like to say yes from Barnes & Nobles, R2A, and Amazon. Let's continue our walk. Wrap it up. Let's put 15 minutes out of the over. So, yeah, I was over in the YouTube streets. And then there's this one, oh my gosh. She's in that 6,000 to, my range. Woo! Honey. The queen, the reigning queen. Yes. Yes. I've seen her go after the 600,000 subscriber people. Oh, they ate her up. They chewed her up. But I just like the fact that she comes out from where she is and she goes after them. She bite at their heels every now and again. Whew. And then them folks is in lawsuits. This is what I'm learning from this weekend. I really focused on it. What's going on in these YouTube streets? Lord, they be getting people fired from their jobs. Fired from their jobs. Fired from their jobs. They get children taken away. They send the federal government to your house and police to your house. They take all your business because they can get a hold of it through the internet. And they put it up on the internet. I am serious. I am serious. That part, not liking so much. But as they say, as Tracy says, and they tear into Tracy all the time, but she can take it. These are old times. I mean, they've been 10, 12 years ago. They started with long time. They jumped from Pennyville or Slime thing or whatever they was on Facebook and jumped right over to YouTube. So they've been on here making their money a long time because they are making money. Make no doubt about that. Bullshit, keeping bullshit going is exciting, but I prefer to watch them than to look at TV. Because I gotta tell y'all something. I am going through a thing seeing blonde people. I find them to be the most phoniest, fakest ever. So I'm looking at this See No Evil on ID Discovery. And it's about a woman who's found dead in a suitcase. And her friend is talking about her. And they're showing pictures of her. She has this long blonde hair, and everything's blonde. And she was a supermodel, she was this model, and she met this guy from some reality show, and they got married in 2 days. And the friend was saying, well, you know, she's not like the other blondes out there. She's not a dumb blonde. She's very smart. She knows this. And I'm like, wow. So the police are trying to find out how did the blonde girl that the friend says blonde wind up in the suitcase. So I'm like, okay. So they go to video in the hotel of her and the reality TV guy checking into the hotel. But this woman has black hair. It's black. So I'm like, well, why are they following around this guy and this woman with black hair? They supposed to be following around the guy and the woman with blonde hair. All her photo shoot pictures, all the things that she would have blonde hair. And the friend said she was blonde, not ditzy like all the blondes. So I'm thinking she's blonde. But they're following this woman with black hair. So they come in, I said, maybe she's just wearing a wig. Maybe the blonde hair is under the wig. And myself kept telling myself, are you crazy? If she had blonde hair, she would not put it under black wig. When people been dyeing their hair since they was blonde since they was 14. Been getting their hair dyed blonde. So I'm like, well, who is this woman? So then the show's going on and they said they're going out to, he was supposed to do some kind of gambling poker thing. And it shows them, they said that's the guy, and the lady next to him. And she's dressed very nice, but she has black hair. And I'm saying, well, why did they keep showing this woman, the woman that y'all showed us that was in the suitcase and everything, and all these pictures you showing us, this woman has blonde hair. Who is this woman with this like black or burgundy or dark hair? I'm sitting there confused. I couldn't put it together. I couldn't connect the dots. I kept saying, I think they got the wrong footage. And then something dawned on me and something said, she wasn't blonde. She was a bleach peroxide blonde. She wasn't blonde. And I'm like, you're her friend. You didn't know she wasn't blonde? Of course she wasn't dumb like other, but no victim blaming. She wasn't dumb like the other blondes. Of course she wasn't, because she wasn't a blonde. What the hell? So I said to myself, that's what I've been going through with people with blonde. It's the fakeness and the phoniness. How can you tell me to live in my truth when I look at your bleached blonde peroxide head every day and know you ain't living in yours? How can you tell me about presenting myself out there to the world when you're hiding behind a bottle of bleach and peroxide? I didn't know it was in me. But when I saw that discovery I did, he said, oh no, she's not dumb like all the other blondes. In every picture she's in, she has this gorgeous blonde hair, this blonde hair. She has it this way, she has it this way. Then they show her in the hotel. And I said, who is that? Who is that? They never showed us one picture. The hotel showed us the video from the hotel. Showed us the real woman. And sadly, she was killed soon after being seen in the video. But I'm sitting there the whole time saying, well, why are they following this woman with this brown hair? And it's going on. And we know they were together because they arrived at the hotel. And I'm looking at the video and I'm like, when did they arrive at the hotel? I don't see them. Every picture they showed, that woman had blonde hair. And then, in reality, it's this brown-haired person or black-haired person. Now, I know it's probably done, but I have never seen or heard of a blonde-haired person dyeing their hair dark. I'm not saying it's not been done. I'm saying I haven't heard of it. Because the whole thing is being the Aryan race. And in the Aryan race, the Aryans, the power race, has golden locks. As Tracy said, y'all ain't ready for this kind of teaching. Let's do our fingers. Let's do our fingers. Come on, Diane. Let's do some fingers and some hands. Come and helpful. These fingers are awesome. They be gripping, they be catching, they be doing some of everything. Whew. Yeah. So the first thing that came to me, I was like, that's why my thing is when I see people with blonde hair, to me I'm like, you're kind of phony. Because maybe it gives you that power. I don't know. But ain't you telling people you're beautiful just the way you are? And that's another thing. In these commercials, you're beautiful just the way you are. Okay, so why do you have that bleach blonde there? Why? If we're beautiful just the way we are, why do you have a bleach blonde girl there? Why are you telling me to be blonde? You're telling me to be fake. You're saying be fake, become someone else. And I've seen women with brown hair, blonde, dye their hair blonde, and they change. But that was always in them. They could be the badass woman with brown hair. They can be that badass woman with black hair. But they don't. That sensuous person. You can be with brown hair and black hair. That diva. You can be that with black and brown hair. But you want to go with the illusion and a delusion because you're phony. And that's what I'm seeing when I see these blondes. And I don't want to see them on TV no more. I don't want to see the fakes and the phonies. And that's why I'll go Asian. I don't even look at us. No, I'm so sick of these. The unbelievables and all the fake long claws. I think I'll come through the TV and scratch out my eyeballs. Tuck in your elbows. Let's get 15. Ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if peroxide in your hair was so good for you and bleaching your hair, why when you get pregnant they tell you not to do it? If putting all that nail polish and stuff is not bad for you, why when you get sick or you go through a cancer scare or whatever, you gotta stop polishing your nails? Because it's not good for you. But the phoniness is driving me crazy. So that's another reason why I listen. Because on the YouTube streets they went audio. So I really ain't got to see nobody. And I'm happy about it.
I'm walking. Yes, indeed. I'm walking. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Just for me.
thanks for coming through.
Thank you for
Thanks for coming on a walk. I appreciate you. No, I don't like saying that. I love you. I love you. I appreciate things. I love people. I love you took time out to walk with me. Oh, look how I'm sweating.
I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, so happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Hey YouTube, thanks for coming on the walk. I'll see you tomorrow.